Ivan, when did you get to know that you are a leader?
Well, I was born and raised in a community that always lacked leadership, better representation, if I may say. So in this community where I've grown up seeing a lot of things happening within the community that sometimes are very small that leaders needed to solve. But leaders have not given us a chance to see them solve these things. And from P5, that's if I get back to your question, from P5, I found myself in a situation that demanded that I become a leader. For example, we were sharing a toilet with, I was in P5, we were sharing a toilet with those in secondary school, because schools were neighboring. So what happened is that while I visited the latrines, I found somebody crying inside, and the voice was for a young child, like he looks to be like a P1 nursery kid. So when I reached there, I had to interest myself in knowing who was inside and why that sound was coming out. So when I went to check, I found out that a P1 kid had been locked up in the latrine, and asking to know why. It's because secondary students wanted to use the same latrine, and because the kid was also bad love and insisted, so they had to lock him up in the latrine. So he was making noise. So that's when I realized that I needed to play a role of leadership. I had to take her to the teachers and start advocating from that point. I told school management that we needed to have our own latrines and clean water so that we do not mix with these people who at some times tend to be very cruel against us. So what we did, we advocated, and because of my advocacy, the head teacher forced me to join politics. When time for elections came, I was supposed to be a class monitor, but the head teacher refused, told me to join to be a prefect of health. So that's how I started my leadership. From there, we started growing slowly by slowly. I became the information prefect in P6. Later, became a head boy in P7. I joined senior 1, where I became the chief monitor in senior 1 in one school called Bright Future in Kaliro district. I later joined Butilu Christian Comprehensive, where I joined now active politics. There I now felt the urge of joining politics with purpose.